Hello students, welcome to my channel. So in this video we are going to study about the Archaebacteria. So according to the R.H. Whitaker, we study them under kingdom Monera, and R.H. Whitaker is the one who has given the 5 kingdom classification. Okay, so we study them in Monera, but according to the Carl Woese, who has split Monera into 2, Carl Woese is the one who has given the 6 kingdom classification. And he has split Monera into 2, and the difference because of the cell wall. Now see how the difference in the cell wall is occurring in the bacteria and Archaebacteria. Now see, you know very well that eubacteria cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, which is also known as murin. And if you remember, it was having 2 modified sugar, that is NAG and NAM. But Archaebacteria cell wall does not have murin. So its cell wall is made up of pseudomurin. Reason is because they use NAT instead of NAM. Now we should know what does NAT stand for. So NAT means N-acetyl telosaminuronic acid. So I hope up till here it is clear that because of the difference in the cell wall of eubacteria and Archaebacteria, Carl Woese has split Monera into 2 and he created 6 kingdoms. Now Carl Woese he only clustered these entire 6 kingdoms into 3 dominions. Now see how he has done. These are the 6 kingdoms which was created by the Carl Woese based on the cell wall difference. Okay, now here Carl Woese created 3 dominion based on the sequence of 16S ribosomal RNA gene. Based on this sequence, he clustered entire 6 kingdom and he prepared 3 dominion. And according to him, they are coming from common ancestor that is known as progenode. First dominion was eubacteria. So this was the first dominion. Second dominion was Archaebacteria. And third dominion was eukaryote, in which all 4 kingdoms were included. Now according to him, Archaebacteria is close relative to eukaryote. It is more close relative to eukaryote. Now we will see how we can say that they are more related to eukaryote. Now see here, few characteristics will be there which we find Archaea share with the eukaryote, and few characters we find they share with eubacteria. For example, if we say nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane is absent in eubacteria. It is absent in Archaebacteria also, but it is present in eukaryote. So from this it is clear that Archaea is right now inclined towards eubacteria. But if you see split gene arrangement, split gene is a feature of the eukaryote. Even Archaebacteria also have a split gene arrangement. Okay, so here also you will find it is present, but it is absent in case of eubacteria. If you see split gene, second character, we will find that the split gene is present in eukaryote. It is present in Archaebacteria, but it is absent in eubacteria. So by this feature, we find it is inclined towards eukaryote. But this feature gives us idea that it is inclined towards eubacteria. Now see another feature. If you see, splicing is done. Splicing is a feature of the eukaryote. Even Archaebacteria will also show splicing, but this feature is not shown by eubacteria. Another feature is types of RNA polymerase. So we see eukaryotes use 3 types of RNA polymerase. 3 types of RNA polymerase. Even Archaebacteria also use many types of RNA polymerase, but eubacteria use only 1 type. So from this it is clear that Archaebacteria is more close to the eukaryote as compared to eubacteria. But according to your NCERT and according to the Whitaker system, Archaebacteria is a member of Monera. So we have to study them under kingdom Monera only. Right now only I try to explain you how how archaebacteria status is changing. According to the sixth kingdom, it was given a separate kingdom status. But according to the Domian, it was again given a separate Domian status also. And the told it is more inclined towards eukaryote as compared to eubacteria. But in this video, we will be studying archaebacteria under kingdom Monera, which is created by the Whittaker. Archaebacteria are the first organisms to evolve after the origin of life. And till now, they are able to survive in the extreme conditions. And the survivability in the extreme conditions is due to cell wall. Difference in the cell wall. That is why we call them as their oldest living fossil. We have seen that the cell wall is pseudomurine. We have already studied earlier that it is pseudomurine. Cell membrane is appear as monolayer. It appears as monolayer. It is not monolayer. Please focus it carefully. It appears as monolayer, but actually it is a bilayer. See how? This is your one layer of this phospholipid bilayer. I am drawing it. Right now I am drawing one layer. Okay. See carefully. Then let us assume this is your second layer and overlapping is going on. Because of the overlapping, it gives a feeling as if it is a monolayer. But actually it is a bilayer. And they are having branch chain lipid. This is again a PMT question. If they ask how the archaebacteria survive in the extreme conditions, if they don't give you option cell wall, then they will give you option branch chain lipid. So this is only a diagrammatic representation. You can draw this way and keep this picture in the mind if they are showing branch chain lipid. Okay, it's only for the learning. It is not an exact diagram. It is only for the learning for the student which I have made it. See, there are different types of archaebacteria depending upon the habitat where they are found. Methanogens are found in the marshy areas as well as in the ruminant stomach. Halophils are found in salty areas. And they are able to tolerate the salt condition. Highly salt condition they are able to tolerate because they don't have vacuole. Obviously, you know very well that they are the member of the kingdom Monera where the membrane bound organelles are absent. So vacuole is not there. So they don't face a problem of exoosmosis. Second is that they store high concentration of KCl. They store very high concentration of KCl. Now, thermoacidophile, name is telling they are found in the high temperature and where acid is also high. So they are found in the hot sulfur spring. Now, what are nutritions they will do? This is the chemoautotroph. Chemoautotroph means they will prepare the food on their own, but they will derive the energy by breaking down some inorganic compound. Even thermoacidophile is chemoautotroph, but halophils are heterotroph. Now respiration, they are obligate anaerobe. Obligate means strictly anaerobic, and if suppose you give oxygen, they will die. They are facultative anaerobe. Means normally they want to live in aerobic condition. So you can learn this way. You write normally aerobic. But if oxygen is removed, then also they survive. And this is aerobic. I hope this comparison chart has helped you to learn the three types of archaebacteria. Thanks for watching, class.
If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel.